G'day, my name's Dean Salakis and I'm the Chief Party Dude at The Party People. I'm also on the Nora Advisory Council and today I'm hosting Nora TV and I'm here with Frank Neshi from Commerce. Welcome, Frank.
Hi, Dean.
How you going?
I'm great. Great to be here with you today.
Great to have you. Tell me about Commerce, what it is, what it does, and because maybe not everyone knows exactly what it is.
Yeah. Commentry's evolved, and today we like to call ourselves a d-commerce platform, digital commerce platform to help digital and e-commerce managers manage their operations. In today's world, it's not just about the e-commerce website. It's now marketplaces, dropship retailers, there's social media, there's product feeds, and there's also a lot of digital transformation within the store itself. And all these different vendors and platforms need product data, inventory data, pricing data, and then of course the orders and the transactions and shipments that go with it. So Commerce is there as a hub to manage all those different aspects of the digital commerce operations.
Yeah, sounds good. And can you elaborate on that a bit more? Obviously, so you sit in the middle, and then obviously we've got all these different things that you've got marketplaces, and we've got our systems back here, and you connect them all. And do we do anything in the middle there, or?
Yeah, in a simple sense, we like to see ourselves as a hub, as the connector of physical systems in the online world. The critical thing about all these different systems is data. First and foremost is product information. As you know, to be successful retailer or successful merchant online is about how you represent your product, how consumers can discover your product, how consumers can learn more about the product, and then what goes with that is the price and the inventory, whether it's available to buy or not. It's all about the customer experience. We're in a world now where there's a lot of buzz terminology. We went from online to multi-channel to omni-channel, and now we've got unified commerce, and now people are talking about headless commerce, and the future's composable commerce, but all these systems still need that data.
Yeah. And so I know Commerce has a few different modules. Tell me about different parts of what you guys do and what you specialize in.
Yeah, there's 4 different or key functions that we like to talk about with Commerce. That is the product manager, so where you manage, enrich product information for different channels, for different geographies, different languages, different content. Then we've got the channel manager, which allows you to take all that product information with inventory and pricing and orchestrate that to out-of-the-box integrations. Predominantly, we focus on the e-commerce platforms, the Shopifys, the Salesforce Commerce Clouds, and now we have Commerce Tools and BigCommerce also. But then the marketplaces, the generic ones like eBay, Catch, Amazon, but also the specialized marketplaces like The Iconic, Bunnings, MyDeal, and then you've got the social media, Google, Facebook, and any other system that needs a product feed, whether it's a review platform, a search platform, or now you have a lot of guided selling tools also. So that's what the channel manager does. And finally, we bring back the orders from those transaction platforms, and then we can make decisions on where's the best place to fulfill those orders, whether it's a warehouse, if it's click and collect, which store does the retailer need to fulfill that order, or if you want to use your actual physical stores as fulfillment centers, we can actually facilitate ship from store, and the final part of that would be ship from suppliers. So, and then on top of that, what sits is the automation engine. So our goal is to reduce the manual tasks that retailers and their staff have to do, which are quite mundane, and automate all those different processes that's within the Commerce platform.
Okay, cool. And so tell me a bit about some of the people you work with, like what sort of some of the clients that you work with, or if you can just tell us a bit about the scale that you guys are doing.
The majority of our clients are fashion, apparel and footwear, approximately 60%. But the rest of the 40% is made up of different categories. We have beauty and makeup, we have Manchester, we have pet products, toys, automotive. We've recently signed up contracts with some book retailers. And also an exciting one for me, which is quite new, is gaming software. Where we're going to be managing 4 different or managing information for 4 different websites in 4 different languages, in 4 different currencies. And then fulfilling the orders from different warehouses, but not just physical gaming software, but also the digital versions also. And then the pre-orders and the back orders. So that's the different categories we work with. Some of the retailers or brands I should say, would be Sea Folly, R.M. Williams, Seed Heritage, Adore Beauty.
Some great
So it's not
brands, yeah.
just physical retailing, but also pure plays also.
Okay, cool. And so, what would be? Is there a sweet spot for you, or you work with clients small and large, or is there a kind of specific sort of entry level for you guys?
Yeah,
Where's the sweet spot?
we're
for
more
you?
mid-market to enterprise.
Yep.
And the retailers that we're more successful with are ones that either have lots of SKUs, complex SKUs, where you've got style, color, size as an example, so complex product structures and hierarchies,
Yeah.
fast changing SKUs, and you need automation to help manage that and distribute that information.
Yep.
Retailers have lots of stores or lots of inventory sources and fulfillment locations,
Yeah.
and retailers have lots of orders for processing. So that's the criteria we look at.
Yeah.
But you know, we've got some clients who've got very small amount of SKUs, but a huge amount of orders, but different geographies. So it's a combination.
Yeah, okay. And obviously it's a very complicated or very complex environment for a retailer to live in these days. Back when we launched online in '99, it was very simple.
Yeah.
But today, like as you mentioned there's just so many different ways. Do you simplify that for them, or is it still very complex to manage? How does that work for the user to make that easy for them to manage? Because it's just obviously such a an amazingly complex environment at the
We
moment.
like to think we simplify it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's probably easier said than done.
Yeah.
The initial setup to get the processes right and get the data right.
Yeah.
But once it's in operation, it is about simplification.
Yeah.
The digital manager and the e-commerce operations have a central hub where they can manage
Yeah, and I think that's
all these interactions.
isn't it?
And you know, we're getting to a point where you can actually test and try these different channels as and when you require, because the data's already there.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest accolades we're getting from the different vendors is how easy it is to get data from us, and how enriched it is to help their platforms operate better.
Yeah, awesome. And so tell me a bit about the future, because obviously, like we just mentioned there, it's a complex environment, but I assume it's just going to keep getting more and more complex. So just tell me about what you guys are doing in the future and where's Commerce3 going?
Yeah. So I think the key thing about the future is you still need data.
Yeah.
The important part of that will be how much better structure it is and more it's more enriched, particularly as we move into a world of personalisation or hyper-personalisation.
Yeah.
A lot of retailers focus on gathering information about their customers and they know everything about the customer. Think of a world where you had a lot of information about the product, and you knew as much about the product as what you did about the customer, and you bring those two worlds together. So the future's about that, bringing the customer and the product journey together. And it's also about automation. You know, costs are going up. We've seen during COVID how people's salaries have just increased to levels where we're questioning how can we stay in business.
Yep,
But if we
shipping,
can
everything's
automate
going
that,
up,
and you know, it's interesting the world of AI. You know, some people think it's a buzzword, some people it's not realistic. But just speaking to somebody yesterday, it is evolving to a point now where it actually makes sense and does help bring value and again bring that automation to the retailers, so they're successful in delivering that customer experience.
Yeah. Well, Frank, thanks for joining us from Commerce3 on Nora TV. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Dean. Thanks for having us, and thanks to Nora for putting on a great event.